everyone, this is Yana Smakula for SimonsStamp.com, and thank you for joining me today. I am excited to bring you another episode from my bi-monthly Yippee for Yana video series. In today's video, I'm showing you how to create a super quick ombre background using your ink pads and a brayer. Brayers have been around for years, and there are many wonderful techniques out there that involve the use of a brayer. Today, I decided to go back to basics and share a very simple and approachable technique of brayered backgrounds for clean and simple cards. Here I have a 2-in-1 from Spellbinders and a brayer attachment. I'm going to remove the brush tip from my tool and will replace it with a brayer instead. This can be easily done by pulling the plastic ring down, inserting the metal pole, and releasing the plastic ring. To make this a safe tool to use, I'm also going to remove the pokey attachment from the other end, and to make sure I don't lose it, I'm going to store it inside my tool. The 2-in-1 has a hidden storage compartment that can hold some of the smaller attachments for 2-in-1. And now my brayer is ready to use. Of course, you can use any other brayer you might have on hand. I picked this particular one because of its size. It's about 1.5 inches wide, so this makes a great size for cards. And it also has 2 feet that help the brayer stand on the table and not dirty the work surface. But like I mentioned, feel free to use any other brayer you might have on hand. I've already pre-cut several panels of white paper. This is 110 Neenah Solar White, and panels are pre-cut to 4 by 5.25 inches. I'm going to create several ombre backgrounds using just about every Simon Says stamp ink color I have in my stash. I decided to use 4 colors for every panel. You can also go with 5 if you don't want to have any white spaces on the sides of your panels, or if you want to overlap your ink stripes some more. Or you can go with 3 colors if you're making a smaller card, a 4-bar size card, for example. I'm actually looking forward to trying this technique on other kinds of cardstock, maybe on heavily textured watercolor paper and on wood grain cardstock to see how that would look. And I'm also looking forward to doing just little brayered highlights for my backgrounds. So for my first color combo, I'm using High Dive, Scuba, Malibu, and Mint. What's really awesome about this technique and what makes it very quick is the fact that I don't have to clean my brayer when I change my ink colors. With these kinds of dye inks, if you were to use a clear stamp or even a rubber stamp, you'd have to clean it when you go to the next color to prevent the color from contaminating. I didn't have any of that here. I just rolled my brayer on a piece of white paper and it was ready to go for the next ink color. Here, by the way, I tried doing just 3 stripes and I tried to keep them strictly vertical. So this is another look you might want to try for your project. For my second color combination, I'm using Evergreen, Teal, Dusty Sage, and Mint Candy. Depending on the type of paper you're using and the look you're going for, you might need to add more or less ink. Notice I'm inking my brayer several times when I want to get a better coverage. And I'm also always starting in the same spot when I do my inking. I always start from the bottom and roll my brayer up. This way I end up getting those almost even stripes of color. My third ink pad for this color combo, Dusty Sage, was super juicy and you can see how much color I ended up getting on my paper. I love that. So this is just something else to keep in mind when doing these backgrounds. The juicier the ink pad, the better. For my third color combo, I used Deep Purple, Hot Mama, Magnolia, and Thistle. You can also do this technique with other kinds of inks. You can try pigment and hybrid inks. When I add color to my paper, you might notice my stripes are broken into 2 parts, so to speak. There's a more saturated part and a lighter, smaller second part. The more saturated part is the first roll of the brayer. Think of this as first generation stamping. The second lighter part is the second roll of the brayer, like a second generation stamping. The size of these 2 parts will depend on the diameter of the brayer you're using. If you have a wider diameter brayer, you might not have that top lighter part when you go to do your inking. For my next color combo, I'm using yellows. I have Coral Reef, Melon, Sunshine, and Duckling. This combo, along with the pink one, ended up being my favorite. I also wanted to point out that the ink color will lighten up a little bit once the ink is dry on the paper. So while it might not look nice when you first apply the color, I would suggest you wait for the ink to settle and dry. You will have a lighter color and a better transition between colors. For my pink color combo, I'm using Hot Lips, Hollyhock, Teeny Bikini, and Twirling Tutu. I love this combination. I also decided to do one more color combo using gray colors. I went with Smoke, Cobblestone, Stone, and Fog. Here is a look at all of these bright and cheerful backgrounds I made using my brayer. I have to say this is a very fun and addictive technique, and it's very easy to do. Because of the imperfect look you're getting, it's almost impossible to mess this up. Now, to dress up these backgrounds and turn them into cards, I picked several stamp sets with large sentiments and heat embossed the main part of the sentiment directly onto the background in Hero Art's gold embossing powder. I also heat embossed the sub-sentiments in either white or gold onto black cardstock, cut them into strips, and foam mounted over the main heat embossing. Here's a quick look at all of these backgrounds. I used Hero Art's Celebrations Words stencil with texture paste and gold embossing powder for the purple background. Script Greetings stamp set from Right at Home for the greenish teal background. Simon Says Stamp Big U Words stamp set for the pink background. W+9 hand-lettered Hello for the peach yellow background. Honeybee Hello Gorgeous stamp set for the gray background. And Hero Art's Something Magical woodblock stamp for the teal background. To finish these cards, I foam mounted my backgrounds onto A2 top folding card bases. I used white paper for some and colored card for others. And I also added black enamel dots using Nuvo Crystal Drops in black. I hope you'll give this idea a try. Pick your favorite colors and brayer away. As always, do tag us on social media so we can take a peek at your projects. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time. Bye!